It's the 27th of the 1st, 2014. This is your radioactive reality. Hi Jen, your mom said you were watching. Any news? After seeing that map with massive amount of nuclear waste headed to the west coast, there's going to be impacts. Radioactive water still hasn't stopped flowing from Fukushima into the Pacific. We've been telling you over and over again, over 300 million metric tons every day going out of Fukushima and directly into the Pacific Ocean. Reports, white goo everywhere in Alaska's seal. Crows won't touch it, yet they eat people's roofs. Slime in one's mouth, kidney almost black. Another appeared to change color. Hairless one seen recently. We all have 6 seals here, and they're saying it's connected to the Fukushima radiation. Apparently all that radiation got trapped up in the snow, and then when that snow melted, went downstream, it affects all the way down the line, and this stuff accumulates. This has more to do than just bananas. Highly radioactive groundwater now flowing under unit number 1. Level skyrocket since last test. Always skyrocketing, isn't it? Now thousands of times higher. 8 locations hit records in recent days at Fukushima Daiichi. 1,053. Every day. Just gets worse and worse, don't it? Historical weirdness. Historical weirdness. Expert says U.S. government has failed public by not testing the Pacific for radiation. A very obvious need since Fukushima is leaking into the ocean. They told me it's salty and that's not our thing. This is how all our different alphabet soup agencies are ignoring this issue or flat out lying and helping perceive the lie, as reported in released NRC documents. This is insane. Underground holes may be needed to search for Fukushima 3 molten cores. We don't know where it is. Cold shutdown. It's cold shutdown. Did fuel escape via basement? Question mark. Yes, it did. Experts unsure if TEPCO will allow them to search for corium. And why would the Yakuza let anybody in there? Their cleanup site. Scientists present links between unusual Alaska seal deaths and Fukushima fallout. Skin lesions, hair loss, lethargy, pulsed release when buildup radicululoids were sent free as ice melted, as I said before. This isn't bananas, folks. This is not bananas. At the height of Fukushima emergency region in California where plume hit had no monitors. They shut them all off. Email shows EPA decided not to deploy Radnut to area. Got to save that economy. Only one left broke as radioactivity began to spike. How convenient. No clue about exposure levels. You got no clue. Just how bad it hit you, me, and everybody else in the Northern Hemisphere. Every 40 days, there's a spike. Can't be changed and can't be stopped. Radioactive Fukushima water will continually enter the ocean. Significant discrete leaks recently. West Coast should be alarmed at lack of testing. Levels rising for 2 years and expected to increase indefinitely. Remember, this thing has not stopped leaking. This wasn't a one-time event. The big spike right now is because the industrialized coastline that was Japan and swept out to sea that great tsunami with the 9.0 earthquake in 2011, swept it all out in the Pacific Ocean, and most of that toxic soup mess is slapping up against the west coast right now, along with the radioactivity. This accumulates. It accumulates. You know, if it's just a couple of bananas, you stack a couple of bananas on your head every day for 1,053 days. See how not dangerous bananas become over time. Bananas. Senior scientist at MIT event, Japanese scientist censored. Not allowed to publish recent research that compared Fukushima to Chernobyl. Fukushima arguably bigger. No argument. It's bigger. Newspaper ignores scientific models that show Fukushima radiation impacting West Coast. Navy officers on TV, my body is falling apart. After Japan rescue mission, his right side just didn't work. Another can no longer use his legs, unable to urinate. If 300 times normal radiation is okay, I don't know what to tell you. It's okay. It's just a few bananas, folks. Just a few bananas. Nuclear engineer footage shows me it's broken. There's really no containment. Duh. At Fukushima reactor number 3, I expect many different kinds of leaks will be found. Especially the big one underneath when they dig a hole under. Where'd the corium go? We don't know. Shock and outrage. Japan TV host reveals being told he cannot discuss nuclear power until pivotal Tokyo election ends. It's a big taboo subject during the elections. Somebody needs to bring these issues to the media. The media is a controlled propaganda machine set up to deceive you. Here's what we want you to think today. AFP fears that molten fuel went into the ground after melting through containment vessels at Fukushima. We've been reporting this over and over and over and over again. Why do you think everything keeps spiking? Reports of it leaching directly into the Pacific Ocean, underneath the harbor, and beyond. Alaska marine expert, we really need to look at this happening to the ecosystem from the Fukushima radiation. Models don't address ongoing releases at the plants. A lot of unknowns for a lot of uncertainties. Ships are sampling for everything, but arachnoids could be affecting the animals. They're going to blame everything, anything and everything but nuclear energy on all this mess. It's your fault. It's not their fault. It's going to be your fault. Watch. It's just a few bananas, folks. Don't worry. Alaska refuses to test radiation levels in fish. They refuse. Says banana is riskier. Ask them seals how risky those bananas are. And who doesn't love bananas? It's bananas, alright. And the insanity continues. U.S. military baby wipes tapes were main weapons for battling Fukushima contaminations. Soldiers didn't wear protective gear because we didn't want to alarm the public. How much tourism dollars are they going to lose when mainstream picks up and they can't hide it anymore? That the entire Pacific Ocean has been contaminated, polluted, and is leaching into our rainwater. It's so contaminated. These bananas will stack and stack and stack because they don't go away. Significant amount of radioactive seawater to hit Southern California, ? Expected on beaches in the near future. Fukushima contamination may be pervasive across the food chain. And that's where the real danger lies. We're ingesting this. It's in the crops. It's in the food. It's in the water we drink. It's in the air we breathe. Every day. Every day. These bananas.